Doha? Definitely not. This is what I believe. It's San Francisco, New York, London, Tel Aviv, Singapore, and Bangalore. And I am not saying this because I'm in Bangalore, to be clear, okay? I would say this even when I'm not in Bangalore. The truth of the matter is, ecosystem is a real thing. We cannot measure it, we cannot see it, but density of talent, density of startups is a real thing. Most startups in the world, most billion-dollar startups in the world are built by the same group of people. I think there's only 100,000 people that build unicorns in the world. And those 100,000 employees build a unicorn, they quit, they go build another. They quit, they go build another. They quit, they go build another. And those 100,000 people, most of them live in those 6 cities. So how do you measure if a city is good for tech or not? Go to a cafe shop and then listen to what people are talking about. Just eavesdrop to the conversations. If they're talking about raising money, AI, tech, engineering, most likely that's a city you want to be in. So a coffee shop in Bangalore, people are talking about unicorns. A coffee shop in Milan, in Italy, people are talking about fashion, right? Nothing wrong with fashion. But if you want to be a technology company, you gotta be part of the ecosystem. And that is why Nas.io has an office in India and in Singapore. We have labor force in India and in Singapore to build our technology company. Our media company, Nas Daily, is actually based in Dubai, because Dubai is great for media, it's great for content, it's viral. So ecosystem matters. Are you with me so far? So what do we have? What are the 3 hacks? Talent hack, marketing hack, office hack. What's the next hack? The next hack, I believe, is momentum hack. And I'll explain what this means. You have to think where the momentum is and go with it. Building a startup is like surfing. You cannot control the wave, but you can learn to ride it. The stupidest thing you can do is to stand in front of a wave, because you'll never succeed, especially if you're a startup. The smartest thing you can do is ride the wave. And I believe startups should learn to ride waves. This is so important for anybody in tech. So let's think about this. What are the waves that exist today in the world? I think we can guess, right? There's a few waves that are happening today that very few people talk about. Here, everybody's talking about them, but if you exit here, very few people are talking about them. We have the AI wave, very easy one. We have the crypto wave. Does anybody have Bitcoin? Raise your hand if you have Bitcoin. Oh, wow. Not a lot. I gotta buy more. But you have the AI and the crypto wave, clear waves that are happening. You also have the creator economy wave. Those waves, you should build a startup around them. What does that mean? That means if you now come up with a startup and say, I want to build the anti-AI, good luck. You're dead. If you want to build the anti-creator economy, you're dead in the water. If you build an anti-crypto company, you're dead in the waters. So you got to learn how to ride the waves if you want to succeed, get investments and all that stuff. But there's another wave that is happening, and I call it the India wave. Everybody sitting in this audience, nobody thinks that India is going to be smaller next year than this year. 0 people think India is going to shrink in its economy. So that is the wave where everybody here has a growth mindset. I don't know, maybe India grows 3%, 5%, 10%, 15%, 1%. I don't know, but it is most definitely gonna grow. And a 5% growth in a 1.4 billion people country is a lot. And so I believe there's opportunities in India to build the next unicorn. Like Zepto, for example, right? They have a physical product and they're riding the India wave. And that's how you can build a unicorn in India without selling to America, especially if your product is physical. So I believe that for the right startups, you gotta build the right product for the right market at the right time. Timing is half the battle. Like now, everybody's talking about AI, but if you're building an AI 20 years ago, good luck. So you have to be at the right time, at the right place, with the right product. And I think the momentum is now. I think the future is AI. But it's not artificial intelligence. The future is America and India. This is not my line, but I believe in it. And so there's two waves happening. If you build in America, I think America is gonna be growing like crazy in the next few years. And I think the same exists in India. And that is basically half the world's economy right there. Half the world's economy is just two countries. So it makes sense to build on this wave. So that's the fourth hack, which is the momentum hack. So what do we have so far? Talent hack, marketing hack, office hack, momentum hack. We may disagree, but on the next one, we cannot disagree. Okay, because this one is, my business. The content hack. Okay, on this one, you cannot disagree with me on this one. I think every startup and every big company and every government, every agency, every single human should become a content company. Governments should become media companies. Startups should become media companies. B2B companies should become media companies. Ankur Warikoo said this really well at NAS Summit last month in Mumbai. He said, content is like oxygen, and every startup needs to breathe. Yes, we like Ankur. And so I see a lot of, so I went around the startups here. I see a lot of startups, they're doing incredible stuff. I open up their Instagram, 10 followers. I open up their email list, 10 emails. That's not good. Creating content to tell your story should be the most important thing. So what kind of content should technology companies do? You make content about the founders, content about the employees, content about the customers, content about the product, content about the industry. There's 4 types of content you can make. 20 years ago, every time you created content, you had to pay. Every time. Because you needed to put it in a newspaper. You needed to put it in a magazine, on TV. And guess what? That costs a lot of money. Like a lot of money. But today, with social media, it's literally free marketing. It costs you nothing to put a video on social media. It costs nothing to get 1 million views. It costs nothing almost to make the video. With AI, you can make they were just talking, you can make an image for like $0, and in 2 years, you can make a full video for $0. You can put it on the internet for $0. You can make 1 million views for $0. This is great for you, terrible for me. But when it comes to content, a lot of people don't understand the free marketing component. So, these are the 5 hacks. Let's see if you remember them. Actually, I'm gonna ask this guy, you. What are the 5 hacks? Stand up. Hurry, 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 take it, say it. Yes, you are a genius. He's paying attention. Yes, and this honestly sounds very simple, but this took me 3 years to understand. Okay? So when it came to talent, I just did not know how to hire the right person. I'm not saying you should not pay a lot. You should pay a lot of money for good, talented people in India, like $100,000 and above. You should not do market rate. You should do double market rate. But even then, that's still better than hiring in California or New York. Number two, with marketing,